Hello everyone, welcome back to another Clash of Clans video. In today's video, we are going to be exploring a new attack strategy that I have created for the new Super Goblin power-up. This army works well for Town Hall 11s, Town Hall 12s, and Town Hall 13s. For this strategy, it is completely compatible with Town Hall 11s. All my army caps are still only level 9, which you can upgrade to at Town Hall 11 when super troops become available. And so the housing space can be replicated on both of those. And then when you get to Town Hall 12 and you start upgrading your army camps and you're using Super Goblins, or Town Hall 13 for that matter, you can just increase the number of giants and/or bowlers, or whatever other troop add-in that you want. But basically how this strategy works is we use a queen walk to funnel out one part of the base, and then we use our super goblins to go in for any large air pocket of loot or the town hall to get that star, and then we use our king, warden, bowlers, and giants and some spells to just get percentage and destroy the rest as much of the base. Later on, I'll show you some of my replays, but right now, let's go out and hit a live attack. So as we search for a base here, I will just cut the camera until I find a base with either a bunch of loot, or until I find a base that is good for demonstrating the strategy. So some bases are going to be easier, and some bases are going to be harder to hit. Until then, I'm going to just keep searching.
Not a single day that passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. Whoa. How I wish that you were here to give me everything I want, but I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it all. I wish that you were here. 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 There's not a single day that passes. Not even 1 minute can end up.
Alright everyone, we're back with the base here. Now this is a Town Hall 11, but it took me forever to find a base with enough loot of each one. And I'm in Champion 2, so I will get enough bonus if we win this. So the plan for this base is going to be basically creating a line for our Super Goblins to get into the Town Hall area. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our Queen Walk over on the top side here, and use a baby dragon to start funneling her. And we're going to have her walk down the side by these single infernos, and then actually on the other side we're going to start our bowlers early, and then so we can finish off with the super goblins for a charge to the town hall rather than using them as a middleman step. So we're going to use some wall breakers here and break our queen in so that if she wants to get into the base she can. She's also going to start getting a bunch of heat from other defenses, so we're going to put a rage on her, and the healers will start getting raged up as well. Now she's going to be moving along here. We are going to come to this other side. We are going to use our giants along the sides, put our bowlers in, and we're going to get our king in and our warden in, and we are going to drop a heal spell down on them. They hit a giant bomb, and we're going to check our queen. She's doing alright. We do need a freeze on the enemy clan castle, and we are going to get a rage over on our bowlers and king, or king's ability because he's getting low. And now we can start to clear out some of these extra. Our queen is going to need her ability, warden ability as well because our king's getting low. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make a first jump spell in. We're going to use a couple of our sneaky goblins to clear out the storage and gold mine. And then we're going to use 2 more sneaky goblins to get to the dark elixir drill. And we're going to make another jump. We're going to rage on the way. and then we're going to spam in all of our other sneaky goblins, and we're going to see if we can distract some. And down falls the town hall just real quick, and we get most of the dark elixir storage as well. In fact, the entire one. And then we'll throw away our wall breaker. So there you go, 70% of the base, most of the loot, leaving 48,000 elixir in just one collector and one storage. Everything else got completely taken. So we're just going to save our record for now and call that good. So with our loot bonus, we're looking at just under 500,000 gold, over 600, almost over 600,000 elixir, and right around 4,830 dark elixir for 71% 2-star. So not quite a 3-star. I didn't execute it perfectly, but it's very reliable for getting high percentages. So as we return to our base here, we are going to check out one of the replays for the next parts. So as you can see, I have a 71% 2-star, 77% 2-star again for huge loot. A smaller loot, but high dark elixir that I went just for the dark that time. 70% 1-star, 56% 1-star, just targeting loot. And then here again, we have 63% 1-star. That was just sniped the town hall. 51%, 74%, 52% 2-star, 59%. So pretty consistent at getting it one or two, at least 1-star. Does well at also getting 2-stars. And as we scroll down, you can see all of the different amounts of money we got. So the replay I want to show you is actually the 77%, as it is a very good demonstration. So in this one, the town hall is quite far away, it would be hard to get to, and there's quite a lot of loot on either side, so we have to really split up our forces. So we put a baby dragon on the bottom, and what he will do is start creating a funnel. So our queen, when we put her in here, will start going up towards the expos and wizard towers so that she can clear out all this loot, and eventually we'll be able to jump our super goblins in for that town hall. So we almost got that wizard tower down, but not quite. But even if the queen decides she wants to go hit it, she'll destroy it in just a second and should turn around anyways. So I see she's coming up on a lot of high HP buildings, so I rage just ahead of her, and that will allow her to get through them much quicker to these expos and the archer tower that's attacking her. So now I'm thinking of where else I'm going to put my troops. I'm thinking I'm going to end up putting my bowlers over here by this elixir storage, and then I'm now still watching my queen and the time, so I make sure I always have enough time. Now the queen decides she wants to go into the wall, which I was not expecting her to do. So I drop one single wall breaker just to help her get through it a little quicker, and then so she can start attacking defenses. Multi-target Inferno will not kill our queen, so we'll be okay. Sweeper will be a bit annoying on our healers, but I shouldn't be too bad. And now that we have a Tesla pop-up, which is attacking our healers, which we don't want, luckily I used my other baby dragon, and our queen turns around to attack it and take it out. Baby dragon took out the second Tesla that popped up as well, and another rage on her to get her to start through the rest of the resource buildings. Then a couple of super goblin tests, drop a heal spell. I only used about 5 there, and with the heal spell and the jump and their hidden ability, they managed to get through a near max level Mega Inferno Town Hall 13. Now, choose single Infernos on our queen, we have to let her die, and so we start on with our next part. So we'll use our giants, our bowlers, our warden, and our king, and we'll jump over 2 wall segments and just use our wall breakers and extra sneaky goblins. And our goal is to charge into the base here and take out as much of the loot as possible and reap as many of the rewards. So we got our bowlers working, their bounce is doing quite well. We used our warden's ability before everything dies off entirely. We have a giant and some bowlers tanking down here. They'll get some dark elixir. And up here we have our king running through the defense layer, as we have some sneaky goblins and a giant tanking for the wizard tower on the other side for the loot. Now our troops start to die off, so nothing too big. And now we just let our couple last troops tank out and try and get as much loot as possible. This bowler is going to take out that builder hut, and this bowler down here is just going to die to the eagle before anything happens. So we just decide to end the raid before anything else. But got most of the elixir, almost all 900,000, We got two-thirds of the Dark Elixir and two-thirds of the gold available. And if I'd been a little bit smarter with my Warden ability, I'm sure we could have gotten even more. But as you can see, it's a very versatile attack, very easy to adapt to things. If your queen doesn't go where you want it to, you can compensate with some extra, saving a couple sneaky goblins, or if things work really well, you can get all the loot and a ton of percentage. And overall, it's a very good strategy. It's very consistent. It's really hard to completely fail. There's always a backup plan and a backup plan. For example, if your queen dies and you're trying to take out the town hall with her, well, you can jump sneaky goblins. If your sneaky goblins hit a giant, big bomb, then you can go in with your bowlers and giants. So there's tons of backup plans. There's always a way to get a 1-star if you need to go for percentage. You can use your queen walk and your giant bowlers, and then try your best to just snag loot with your sneaky goblins and so on. Also, they're really good for just sniping loot, so if you find a base with collectors that are really close to empty, especially in a lower league, maybe Crystal League, Low Masters, you might find more dead bases rather than where loot is in the collectors. It only takes one sneaky goblin to destroy an entire level 13 collector, and same for a Dark Elixir drill, and it only takes two to completely take out a storage. So if there's a base with a Southern Teaser where they have a whole bunch of storages right on the outside, two sneaky goblins on each storage and you'll get all the loot. It's super efficient, super adaptable and flexible, and you get all the rewards. So now we are going to wait and just get our heroes back before we jump into one more live raid.
One eternity later.
And we're back. Our heroes have completely rejuvenated their health, and our army is fully trained, so we can jump out into our next multiplayer battle. So when we're looking for bases, because I guess it's good to explain what kind of bases this army does better against. We're looking for bases that either have easy access to the town hall, bases with a lot of loot, because that's what this army is for, is getting loot, and we're looking for bases with any form of vulnerability to them, where maybe it'll be easy to take out and funnel for town hall. So, for example, this base here, it's got decent loot, but if we were to hit this base, we would require 2 jumps to get all the way in to the town hall, as well as we have resource buildings going all the way around, which means there's a lot of funneling required to get our super goblins into the core. So it wouldn't be the most ideal base to hit. So that's why we have to move to the next one. On a base like this, however, we can even deploy the super goblins right in the town hall compartment. And then we can use our Queen Walk wherever we want, maybe going for the Eagle, and then use our Bowler Giant army for a final cleanup. So our army would do actually really well against a base like this, but there's not too much loot aside from Dark Elixir, so we're going to skip this one. So as I search for a base with the good qualities like that Town Hall 13, but with a little more loot like the Town Hall 11, oh, never mind, here we go, here's our base. A ton of loot. If we look, we might just be able to squeeze our super goblins in with a jump and maybe use the wall breakers. Shouldn't be too hard to funnel. We got a compartment here with the Inferno Tower that's got some resource buildings, and then one over here. So what we'll try and do is we'll try and walk our queen upwards and around, so that eventually she'll take out the single Inferno. Starting her over here though, so we can basically take out all the resource buildings, leave the town hall open, and then we'll come over here on this back end for the elixir and stuff. So we'll use this baby dragon as I deployed it to start our funnel, put our queen in, get our healers going. And then let's see. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 super goblins just to take out a couple of these collectors. Well, one per collector just to make sure that we get plenty. We're going to wall break the queen in. Is she going to get in? No, she's not going to get in. Alright, she looks like she's not going to go in, but she is going to go in the direction we want her to. We're going to use a rage so that she has more speed and damage. And then as we let her take out this elixir storage, we are going to put our jump down, and we're going to test that our super goblins will go where we want them to. They're going to go on the wall, which is not good, but that wall is almost gone, and now it is, so we can deploy some super goblins and a heal spell, and that will take down the town hall, hopefully. We'll need a couple more of our super goblins. They did not get in and do enough damage to it. And there it goes, it falls down. Awesome. So looking down here, we have most of our loot on this side. So we're going to, I switched the army up, we're going to do 4 giants, an ice golem, 11 bowlers, our king, our warden. We're going to get a jump spell going on the back end. We are going to get a baby dragon going over here where there's that thing, the elixir, the gold mine. And we got one rage down. We're going to put a second rage down on our 2 different groups. King's ability, Warden's ability, just to keep them up with alive for health. Our bowlers over here are working in the rage with the ice golem. When the ice golem dies, we will get a freeze. Other bowlers over here working for some loot. And now I didn't execute this bowler part because they, as you can see, they kind of split, but they still did pretty decent. We got a couple more percent. And now I'm just looking if there's a good place to use our stone slammer to get a bunch of loot. I think if we put it over here, it should be able to walk in and get that dark elixir drill and then the elixir storage. Out comes our CC. It's just a balloon and some ice golems, so which I forgot were in there. I should have put in some more, maybe some bowlers or something, which would be better for attacking. And because honestly, I don't like the ice golem. I think more giants is better. They tank for the bowlers longer, and overall they do better. But there we go. We got 600,000 gold, 587,000 elixir, and 4,000 dark elixir plus the loot bonus. I could have honestly, looking back, done a little better. Maybe gotten a little more loot, a little more percentage, but I was just working with it with a different army composition, so it didn't turn out as well. But that's what I would recommend for Super Goblins. It works really well. It's pretty consistent at getting a ton of loot and doing pretty decent damage, so there's no need to worry about losing a ton of trophies. If, for example, one thing goes wrong, it's like not the whole attack isn't just thrown out. But that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Have on the back.